So I wanted to try to present information as I'm understanding it. I keep talking about this 5D world, this 5D perception that's out there. And 5D is like a way to see things, and it's a way to think. And it's a massive movement. It's called the Enlightenment. And it's real because I know, because I'm one of them. I see things and I understand things in a way that's just come upon me of late. I describe it as, if you've ever seen one of those posters that has all these little colored dots and you try to look at it and see a 3D image and you struggle to see it and you don't see it, and then all of a sudden, within a split second, the 3D image appears. And as that 3D image appears, it almost comes off the poster. And no matter where you move, no matter how you adjust your head, that 3D image is now locked in your focus. I call that the consciousness of 5D. Kind of the world has just changed its perspective for me. And I want to talk about that perspective. I want to talk about the spiritual energies of that. So you imagine this person, and there's no narrative attached to this. You will attach your own narrative to it. What I'm talking to you about are the spiritual energies or the spiritual dynamics in the way we as humans interact. So, a person sits down at the table. Another person sits at the other end of the table. And another person sits at the four corners. And each person listens as a story comes out of the mouth of this person. As this story comes out of their mouth, it creates a smoke screen. It creates a fog, and people breathe in that fog. And that interpretation or understanding what that story is or what those words are spiritual energies that bubble up in the belly of the listener to say, ooh, I love this, or no, I don't like this, or some combination thereof. That's a spiritual energy and a 5D perspective to know how things are moving amongst people. So as people's narratives come out, as people tell their stories, they may manifest as something negative or as something positive within each one of us. But those fears that rise up, or those excitements that rise up within us, they're not necessarily real. They're just experiences. And so the fact that we all see things differently doesn't make us enemies. It makes us manifesting the fact that there are things that we love and the things that we don't love. When we can all focus on the darknesses that we feel when we hear a narrative because we don't like something, and it makes us feel uncomfortable in our own stomach, that we want to stop it right away, we want to shut it off, that's where you need to look yourself. Like, look inside of yourself and say, what is this that's coming up inside of me, and what's causing that? Because what's causing that is only that fog of whatever came out of that person's mind. And none of that has anything to be afraid of. That darkness, that fear is only inside of you. It's only inside of you. It's not outside. There's nothing to worry about. The only fear that you really have is fear of you. Don't be afraid. Be open. Be listening. Become a 5D spiritual quest.